Packing the wrong kind of gravedigger, Danny. Danny?
Jane is a figure of complete annihilation and obliteration as she travels across the West. She's a figure that you do not want to mess with. And as the bodies continue to fall, it takes a bigger toll on her, and she starts to kind of figure out what her place is in the world, as an outlaw, as a woman, as somebody who cannot return to their past, and yet that's all that they have.
Every episode has a different cast of characters, so we see, who Jane meets along her journey.
I'd like to eat this month, Alvin.
Then I recommend an allowance of focus, Lenora.
Well, you can stand to be more friendly. Sir, how set off in town are we?
We gonna sit here all day till the sheriff comes.
This is why I don't like your recipe.
I gave you exactly what you asked for.
She's supposed to be knocked out for an hour, not half the day, and stumbling around like a baby deer.
You see vengeance or mercy? I ain't dying by no one who loves me.
I think that in Betty's character, we see someone who has kind of let go of that past and tried to make a life for themselves, and ultimately comes into conflict of realizing that the life that they had in the past was the best life for them.
I'd take you back, Betty, if you're wanting. I'd lose the amnesty of being seen with you.
And choosing to let go of that and choosing to let go of Jane, who is the most important person to her in her entire life, I think is the fundamental conflict of those two characters.
So in my first episode of The Return, the second installment, which is, chronologically the first in the whole series, it follows a couple named Lenora and Alvin as they are set upon by some sketchy characters who wish to do them harm.
Probably 'cause I tied her up, shot her husband, one or the other, I reckon.
Real range of performances in there, which I think are fun and interesting. I think that Elise Williams, who plays Lenora, really brings a fantastically grounded emotional counterpoint to
What's your name, miss?
what the other performers, particularly Erica Quintana and Cameron Carpenter, are bringing to their roles.
You talk proper, where are you from?
The material as written in the screenplay that Cam wrote is so very dark, especially by the end. You're dealing with some really heavy moments for the characters, and I really wanted to capture the absurdity of the humor in contrast to the gravity of the situation. We shot the entire thing in 6.5 hours, which is like something I've never attempted in my life. And yet it came out looking and sounding and just feeling better as a complete thing than most of the things I've directed. I'm incredibly proud of it, and I am so excited for people to finally see it.
Ready, cool. We're about to squeeze off for a shot, but I always do like a little speech before we start.
A film collective. What is it? Why is it awesome? Well, a film collective is where actors, screenwriters, producers, directors, everything that you can think of from behind the scenes and in front of the camera coming together to create pieces that we wouldn't necessarily have a chance to create otherwise.
Wanna Make a Movie Collective is a group that's very diverse. There's some trans folks, queer, non-binary folks, people of all different kinds of views that come together and collaborate to make short films, this series, to make content for each other's reels so we can get more noticed out there and book more paying jobs.
You just encountered Ellie Mae Cooper and Douglas Peter Henson.
Morning, Betty.
Jane.
Alvin.
Douglas!
Jane, please.
Leonora.
Jane.
Jane, please!
Douglas!
And Jane.
I'm an outlaw, sweetheart. I ain't telling you my name.
We just want to make movies, want to make films, want to make art. And the way we do it on the cheap is because everybody is willing to put on as many hats as they need to get it done, which is really cool. It's really cooperative and just a great vibe.
One time I was an assistant director, and I'm also Annie in one of the episodes. Sometimes I bring crafty, sometimes I write things, sometimes I just stand there with a beating pulse and help people do things, as opposed to just, whatever, we'll do that one day. We're actually doing it every weekend.
It's party.
day well wrapped. Our producer and our lead.
I'm mostly just in awe while I'm on set.
Every time, it's like the week of, I'm like, why am I doing this? And then I get here and everyone's so nice.
The collective is lit.
It's been really inspiring and exciting, and it makes a lot of our sort of ideas for stories that we wouldn't otherwise get off the ground possible. And that's why we were able to say something as sort of expansive as The Return, because it just has the support, you know, behind it in terms of the creative team too.
This is kind of just what we've been doing up to this point.
Yeah.
And this is a collective and projects of passion and love. And that's why we're asking you for some help today.
Basically, we are asking money for general cast, crew, lights, camera. We'd like to be able to feed people. That'd be great if people didn't walk around starving. It does tend to get in the way of a successful shoot.
A lot of this comes out of pocket, so the costumes and props we've been gathering along the way. And now we just need that extra leg up to get it all done. Plus, post-production is a whole different monster.
And so any money that you have lying around, whether it be 25 cents or $25,000, I mean, we will take it, and we will shake your hand as we do so.
You want to just shove your bucks and your clams in that general direction.
So anything that you can give, a like, share, support of any kind, or if you can donate, your money will be put to good use. And I mean artistically good use, because it's a real party that we're having on set.
Well, maybe not shake your hand during COVID times, but we'll give you a kiss, a big sloppy kiss in the mouth.
Thank you very, very much for your time, and thank you for being here. Check out, just keep an eye on that. It's the story of Jane, the intrepid cowboy, returning to darkness, returning to the truth, returning to the past, returning to herself. And you should donate to it.